Hello everybody, Artifact Talk here, back with another video. Happy New Year's to you all. I hope you all enjoy your one day off, and then some of us will be going back to work, and then some of us will be going back to school. May not seem like a fun thought, but hey, we have to live life. But let's just enjoy this time now and go past this Infernoid Zodiac deck profile that I built together for you guys. I took the time to construct this list again after me doing it like almost 3 months ago. I think over 3 months ago I did this list, and yeah, it really wasn't that good because it wasn't really as complete as I wanted to really be complete. But without any further ado, let's get started on the monsters. So first, standard, you're playing triple Decatron. So yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention for his deck profile. We're running more hand trap. This is more like a hand trap turbo version. So there will be like two versions of this deck. Then one more of like a break board of a go second kaiju-ish variant of the deck, and then this is the go second hand trap variant of the deck. So we have every decent hand trap here except Ash. So we'll get to that. 2 Nuke, 2 Devi, 2 Seismitus, 2 Petrulia, 2 Harmadic, 1 Nintendo, and 1 Sajet. These are like the most standard ratios in the Infernoid Zoo list, because you don't want to have too many Noid names, because you want to draw more Zoo accessible cards, since the majority of your deck is going to be Zoo engine based anyways. So you don't want too many Noid names. You want to try to lower it down as much as possible while still having a fair ratio in your list. So on to the Zoo monsters. So we have the 1 Rapier, 1 Blade for small amount of draw power, and triple Whiptail. Kinda standard for Infernoid Zodiac list. That's not 60 cards. If this was 60 cards, then we'd be playing more Noids and more Zoos in the first place. But you know how expensive Left Arm Offering is these days, which is why I haven't really taken the time to complete this deck, because Left Arm's really expensive. Otherwise, I probably would have brought Left Arms in grass, and I already have an access to grass, so I would play grass with this deck, but I need Left Arms in order to be able to complete it. So since we don't have Left Arms, the 45 card version is fine too, but the 60 card version is preferable if you have access to the cards. So on to the hand traps. 3 Ogre, 3 Lockbird, and 1 Maxi. Only difference in this probably would be 3. You can side deck the 3 Drone Lockbird for 3 Ash instead, and just have 3 Ogre, 3 Ash, and 3 Maxi in the main deck. If you have Ash, you could just side deck the 3 Drone Lockbird, and this list will probably be able to get you a couple of tops at locals, just for the fact that you have Ash Blossoms alone. And then the evenly matched, again, you could just dump them in the side deck and just alter my side deck list to what you guys would prefer, because in a lot of my deck profiles, I like to showcase what you can play for a side deck, because in most tournaments, you're going to need some form of a side deck in order to be able to play competitively. So, yeah. On to the spells. So first, we play 3 Barrage, standard, because we're playing Zoo cards. 3 Tenki, even more standard because we're playing a Zoo engine. Again, you want to be able to get to your Zoo cards as fast as possible, so we need to play these things. 3 Vanishment, 3 Imagination, 2 Void Seer, and then we played a 1 copy of 1 for 1, so we can get a free Decatron if necessary, maybe bait out an Ash so we can get Vanishment off for once in our goddamn lives. And then we play 3 of the best card in the whole deck. This is literally the best thing we have in this list whatsoever. And I'm not even lying. Void Feast is literally the best thing we have in this entire deck. And you're going to see the entire time, it's Void Feast Turbo. We basically play out until we get to Void Feast, and then we start going all out. It's basically what this deck does. But anyways, on to the monsters. We play 1 Tiara. No extra deck. We play 1 Tiara, obviously. 3 Natis. I'm trying 2 Omega so we can like dump Omegas to the graveyard and just put targets in the graveyard back in the extra deck if we're not in the mood to dump some of these guys. So, and also you can sync him out too, so that's something we can try. I put in the Mrs. Radiant in here so we'd be able to spam a whole bunch of Zoos and Tiara on the field at the same time. 2 Tiger Moore, 2 Chucky 9, 2 Borbo, and 2 Hammercon. And another thing you're going to notice, it's literally Imagination or Feast for multiple negates or to miss. That's literally what this entire deck was built to be. Because, it just doesn't work. The whole concept of just milling, I feel, will not work with this deck unless if you have grass. And 40 card Infernoid Horns, I feel wouldn't be consistent enough in its openings. I feel this is a more consistent version of the deck that you need. So on to the side deck. This is the shitty side deck list I built. 3 Zappion for Pendulums, Paleo, Dracos, if that shit's everything again. 3 Kaijus, again, Dracos, you gotta be able to bomb them out. You could try Humongous in the side instead, because, Mrs. Radiant will allow you to bring Humongous back to your hand. But I prefer Gamasio because it just gets you more far. 1 Regeki, 1 Dark Hole, standard. 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Anti-Spell, and 2 copies of Solemn Strike. So the things I would change in the side, chances are, perhaps I wouldn't even side the Lockbird. If I were playing this, I would probably just take out the Ogres and just have Ash, Lockbird, and Maxie, the best hand traps, without a doubt, that have no flaws whatsoever this format. And then I would just I would take out the 3 Zappion for 3 evenly matched, and I guess you would call this a side deck at that point, because, it's just how it is. But anyways, we're going to go into test hands now. So without any further ado, let's get it going. We're going to demonstrate what this deck can actually do, considering that I barely even completed it. I literally just finished building this particular list today. Because as you already know, I'm just starting to get back into making videos, let alone have an interest in playing events again or communicating with the large mass of the YouTubing community after having to endure so much stupidity from Simo's channel back in the summer. Oh my god. What was that card? Hear it again. Something of the Red Lotus, something like that. This stupid Lotus trap card, I honestly forgot what that shit was called. Oh, a pointer of the Red Lotus. There you go. Dealing with that shit, and then him hyping up a fucking dice roll trap card to be able to last for the remaining 2 weeks of Zoo format. Literally, really a trap card. Give me a fucking break. For real. And Zoo format will literally end 2 weeks later, and he will waste our time with speculation like that. So let's see what bullshit this deck gives us. Ooh, we got 1 good card. We got a 2nd good card. Ooh. Ah, man. The 1 brick. Well, I guess we gotta play into it, right? Banishment, the only thing to this. You want before that. Let's play smart. We'll barrage. Thoroughblade. It's a discard and draw. The worst thing we can get from this right now is drawing an Infernoid right now. Because we already have a bad name in our hand as is to discard. Interesting, interesting. You can use Void Management, discard Shetty. And I guess we can search a Void Feast because we will be able to go into this. We're going to be able to use both, and we're going to demonstrate why. Oh, never mind my misplays, because I'm half asleep, and this deck I literally just finished building. So let's just give me a moment here to belligerate. Now we go for the Void Management play. I just keep forgetting how you can't summon from the extra deck anymore for that turn, and it's just so annoying when you just keep forgetting this obvious but blatant information written exactly on the text, and then we just set 2, go. The worst that can happen is that our opponent ashes one of these 2. And yeah, if they ash one of them, we still get the other off, so I guess it's an okay hand. Not gonna bloat too much out of this list because the best thing I have to roll with right now is Herald and Barrier statues. Monarchs can't even fucking do shit anymore because of Ash Blossom. And Evenly Matched because they'll literally just leave us with our Domain or a shitty ass Monarch. Has no protection whatsoever since the rest of the cards got banished. So let's go on. Monarchs are literally just if you're really dirt poor. If you can afford something better, yeah, I recommend you play something better. Because this really isn't, that really isn't for you then. Here's another hand, you have this, but that's going to get ashed anyway, so it's like those cards don't even exist, so here's what you have to work with. That's what Ash has done in the game. These 2 are useless, because they're both going to, because one or the other is going to get ashed. And I mean, if they just ash this is a dead fucking card anyway, so these 2 you can say bye-bye to. And because of Ash Blossom, this is all you have to work with. Which is alright, because you can end on the Borbo, I guess, with a hand trap in hand. And this is why I like hand traps in this deck, because when you have Ash Blossoms being played against you, you'll be able to have at least some form of comeback ability. And then the next card you draw a Whip Tail, so I guess you can get some play out of that, but think about it. What's one zoo monster going to do against an entire board of spirals, which can be built off of 1 to 3 cards? When we need which can be built off of 1 or 2 cards, when we need at least 3 cards to even get anything done. Spirals barely even need 2 cards. They need only at least 2 cards in order to go off, and that's all they really need, which is actually quite sad. So we'll do one more test hand, then we'll have our goodbyes, I guess. Unless this test hand's really bad, well, I'm basically done with this video at this point, because oh, hell no. I know I had bad luck, or when I start in years like this. This is actually fucking horrible. The best thing we can hope for is to go second and just use Maxi. And draw, like, whatever. If they may play it into a small amount, and then we get this. And even this is not that great. Well, we can summon Thoroughblade, discard, and draw. It's horrible, yo. The bad hands are just so bad. When you draw Shetty in this deck, you know this deck hates you. At that particular game, if you draw Shetty in your hand. Check out Team King of Games' Fire King Infernoid's list, because I feel like he did this bullshit way better than me. Definitely he did this better than me. I mean, Infernoid Zeus have already been done. It's just the. Oh, that's it. I'm done. We're shuffling again. It's ridiculous. I'm actually starting to get angry. There you go. Use the old school 4-way cut. Get it? 4-way. If we draw Shady again, I'm actually gonna get pissed. Good. We actually didn't draw Shady this time. We're gonna use Tenki and Search. We can search Whiptail. Yeah. Just making sure I do things right because I have all decks. With this deck, I fuck up the most because this deck requires the most amount of attention and skill. Sorry, I just had a little sneeze there. Not like it matters because, you know, I'm not that important. Here's summon our blade, discard, draw. And I guess we just go in. Stack, detach, special, stack, and this is how we end. So even with all that, we still have 3 dead cards in our hand, 1 good card in our hand, and the next card is actually fucking amazing. So I guess we make out well with this. I hope you guys have a happy New Year's. Spend time with your families, stay home, chill out, be safe, and relax. So good night, peace out.